Okay, dang it. Anin Boujou band members, today is Wednesday, September 9th. The COVID positive, Aiken County is 64, Crow Wing County is 361, Mille County 122, and Pine County 171. So as you can see that there is a big increase in the numbers, and that has a lot to do with the long weekend. The health officials have talked about that the increases are due to community transmission. So that means when you get in a big group, you don't have your mask on and things of that sort. So that's what happens. On the Mille Lacs Reservation, in District 1, there were 10 positive COVID cases, and 1 is still in quarantine. In District 2, there are 3 positive cases confirmed, and no one is in quarantine at this time. In District 3, there is additional increase, which is 2 confirmed cases in District 3, and the 1 individual is in the ICU. So what happens is public health then gets involved when there is a positive case. So what they will do is find out where the individual was, who they came in contact with. Those individuals then are contacted by the public health staff and asked many questions, and that will determine if you are requested to do a COVID test. So it's very important, if the public health is recommending that you do a COVID test, please go and do your test. You can do it at any of our clinics. And if you decide you don't want to do that COVID test, what you are doing is posing a danger to all of us in the community. We need to make sure that anybody who is tested positive goes into quarantine. So again, please participate if you're in contact with any of the positive confirmed cases. We don't want this to spread to our children, to our elders, to anyone in our community. So again, please go and get the COVID test. There is the traditional wellness clinic, and that's with Todd Smith, and that will be Thursday, September 17th at the Mille Band Cultural Grounds. And you can call Dan Wind to make an appointment, and the number will go on the Facebook. And making sure that when you do go, you bring your tobacco, and also all social distancing protocols will be in effect. Also, if you are a veteran and you are impacted by COVID-19, there is a grant, and it's a financial relief, and you can fill out an application and secure a grant up to $1,000. And so, of course, you must be a veteran, a Minnesota veteran, and a Minnesota resident, and that information will also go on the Facebook. So if you're a veteran and you need assistance, please look at that. And little piece of news about the Sandy Lake Memorial. That is scheduled for September 30th. And this year it is going to be done virtually. And please look at that. There will be panelists with tribal leadership and the Army Corps of Engineers, and special guest. And we had a call with the governor yesterday, and normally we have a call about 4 o'clock every day, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And it was with the health department, and they were also talking about how many American Indians in the state of Minnesota have been tested positive, and there's close to 700, and there's been over 70 of our American Indian people that have died from COVID. And here is another reason why to please pay attention and take that COVID test if you've been in contact with individuals. They also talked about that vaccine that's being fast-tracked, and there is a list of what they call priority people, which will be health workers, people with underlying health conditions, and individuals in long-term nursing. And as Mille Lacs band members, we fit into one of those categories. And so if a vaccine is approved, that hopefully we'll have the opportunity to provide that to our band members. Also, the evictions, because you're unable to pay your mortgages or your rent, and there was a moratorium on that, so people couldn't get evicted, that there's a possibility that may be lifted. And so if you're still having troubles paying your mortgage and your rent payment or any of those costs associated with that, there is that opportunity for you to apply for a grant. And so there are a couple of ways that band members, you can go on the United Way to process the grant application, or you can go through our program, on the program, and that number is 532-7407 if you're on the reservation or any of the districts, and at the urban area at 612-746-4800 if you need assistance with those forms. Again, there are safety nets if you're a veteran, if you're having trouble with your mortgage or your rent or any of those costs associated with that. There is help. Please fill out these forms. Again, reminder, September 30th is when census applications will be done at the level. We want to make sure we count every American Indian in the state of Minnesota and across the United States. So please take the time to fill out that application. With that, have a good day, and I will talk to you soon. Miigwech.